Hi, my name is Erica White. I'm the State Election Director in the Office of Secretary of State, and I am here today to talk to you about the ExpressVote, which is the assistive ballot marking device used for individuals who have a difficult time traditionally marking a ballot. Any voter can use this device, though it is designed for those individuals who need assistance in marking their ballot. This video is intended for election officials throughout our state, including county auditors and their staff, or election workers and poll workers who may be utilizing this equipment on election day. While the intended audience is for those individuals, if you are a member of the public and are looking for more information on our election equipment, including the ExpressVote, you're more than welcome to stay and watch. There is nothing in this video that would jeopardize the security or integrity of our election, so stick around and learn more about our election equipment here in North Dakota. Let's take a look at the ExpressVote. The ExpressVote on election day will be stored in this carrying case. This is how the ExpressVote will be deployed to the polling location. So the election board on election day is going to pull the ExpressVote out of its carrying case and set it up at the polling location. The ExpressVote is housed inside of this big compartment, and the peripherals are located in the front pouch. So the power cord and scanner are located in the front. The ExpressVote weighs about 25 pounds, so take caution when lifting it out of the case. It's a very fragile piece of equipment and we don't want it to break. So if you need 2 people to remove it from the case, please utilize 2 people. There's the ExpressVote itself. Then we'll pull out the power cord and scanner. So this is our little R2D2 scanner, which scans the poll pad receipts and calls a voter's ballot. We have the power cord is this big black box and cord, and the R2D2 scanner power source. Once everything is removed from the ExpressVote case, you can take the case away. So the first step in getting the ExpressVote set up is getting power to the piece of equipment. So we're going to carefully lay the ExpressVote on its face. And in the back, there are a series of outlets for the power cord and the R2D2 scanner. The power cord consists of 2 different parts. There's the power brick and the cable. The cable, male to female end. Make sure that's a nice secure fit. And then this circular jack is going to go into the back of the ExpressVote. There is a rounded side and a flat side to the jack. The flat side is going to go towards the top of the ExpressVote. And it kind of has a sleeve on the jack. So you're going to pull the sleeve back, flat side towards the top of the ExpressVote, and plug it in. Make sure you have a good connection there. The R2D2 scanner has a USB on one end and a phone jack type plug on the other end. The USB end is also going to go into the back of the ExpressVote. And the phone jack end goes into the back of the R2D2 scanner. Once everything is plugged in, you can set the ExpressVote back up. There's a handle on top. And there's also a kickstand that you can use to make sure that the ExpressVote has the stability that it needs while in use. Your equipment is ready to be turned on. So on the left side of the ExpressVote, we're going to use the barrel key to open the power compartment. And we're going to turn on the ExpressVote and then lock that compartment back up. While the ExpressVote powers on, I'll show you a few of the other features that get plugged into the outside of the ExpressVote. The first is the tactile keypad that voters can use to make selections. There's home buttons, buttons to navigate through the ballot, make selections. increase the tempo of the ballot that they're listening to, increase the volume of the ballot, repeat a contest, or blacken the screen. This is typically used for individuals who might have a visual impairment. If they can't see the ballot on the screen, they can listen to the ballot and use this tactical keypad to make their selections. On the front of the ExpressVote at the bottom, there's a space for a sip and puff device that can be plugged in, or headphones. So if a voter, again, needs to listen to the ballot, they can use headphones and plug into the jack there, or use their sip and puff device to plug into the jack there. The R2D2 scanner powered on. We know it's up and running because our green lights are on the top, and it's ready to scan some receipts. After the ExpressVote is powered on, you're going to enter a password. This will allow you to begin voting sessions on the ExpressVote. For the purpose of this video, we're going to cut out where we're entering password information for security reasons. The ExpressVote is verifying the election and getting the ExpressVote ready for use. Okay, so the ExpressVote is ready for loading. One thing that the election board is going to want to verify is the election name and that the ExpressVote is plugged into power. If everything looks good on the screen, you're simply going to select OK, and the ExpressVote is ready for use. The ExpressVote does use a different kind of ballot for marking. So instead of the traditional ballot where a voter would fill in ovals, the ExpressVote uses an ExpressVote ballot card. This is simply inserted into the ExpressVote. The voter makes the selections. The ExpressVote prints the voter's selections, and this card gets tabulated in the DS200 just like every other ballot used on Election Day. So to begin this session, we're going to insert the ExpressVote ballot card into the ExpressVote. One thing to note, this is thermal paper. The ExpressVote card is thermal paper, and there is a corner cut on the upper right-hand corner of the ballot card. That matches the corner diagonal on the ExpressVote, so it's corner cut to corner cut on the ExpressVote. It will only print on the front side of this ballot card. So we're simply going to place the ExpressVote ballot card in the slot. Now that the ExpressVote ballot card is loaded in the ExpressVote, we're going to call the voter's ballot. To do that, you're going to take the voter's receipt that they received upon check-in from the poll pad. It has a barcode on the bottom that calls the voter's ballot, and we're simply going to scan this barcode with the R2D2 scanner. Again, the R2D2 scanner is ready because the green lights are on the top of the scanner. So we're going to take this barcode, scan our receipt, and then on this screen, it's going to show the ballot style. Now, the ballot style shown on the screen should match the ballot style that's listed on the top of the voter's receipt. This is another verification to ensure that the voter is voting the correct ballot style. So take the time to verify that the number on the receipt matches the number on the screen. Ours matches, so we are going to activate the voting session by selecting Activate. We now get to the screen that gives voting instructions. It talks to the voter about moving forward and back through the ballot, how to make selections, whether they want to listen to the ballot, turn on their privacy screen, all of those different things. So we have a voter instruction page. We're going to select Next. And because this is a primary election, the ExpressVote is asking us to pick a party to vote in that party's column. The ExpressVote does not allow for mistakes like crossover voting or overvoting, which is why it's asking us to pick a political party right at the beginning of the voting session. For this demonstration, we're going to select the Republican Party and select Next. Then the ExpressVote will walk us through each of the contests. You can see here the first contest is United States Senator, so we're going to vote for United States Senator contest and select Next. The ExpressVote also allows you to select write-ins, so if we did not want to vote for the candidate on the ballot, we could select the write-in. And then we simply enter a name. For this purpose, I'm going to enter Test. and accept, and I've officially made a write-in choice. Select next, and we're just going to continue moving through the ballot. Again, a voter can also use the tactical keypads to make their choices. And they would continue through the ballot this way. Screen, so the screen button on the tactical keypad would turn the screen black, make it a privacy screen. You can simply select screen again to turn the ballot back on. Again, if a voter was listening to this, they could increase the tempo or volume of the ballot, pause the ballot, or repeat the contest. So that's how this tactical keypad is used. Okay, so we've gotten to the end of our voting session. This review screen allows the voter to review the selections that they've made on the ExpressVote and make any changes. The green check mark means that they voted that contest in its entirety. When we go through, if they undervoted by not selecting the appropriate number of candidates or the maximum number of candidates for that contest, they will get an exclamation point. So they can simply, again, select that contest, return to the screen. In this case, we're going to vote Elvis Presley, and go back and keep reviewing. If there's a contest where they say, you know, I didn't mean to vote for that person, I wanted to do a write-in or vote for the other candidate, they could also select one of the green check marks, change their selection, and hit next. Again, straight back to the review screen. The voter continues reviewing until they get to this screen. This is the print card screen. So if a voter is done with their voting session and are happy with the selections that they made, they can print the card, and the ExpressVote will automatically print their ExpressVote ballot card. It's important that a voter doesn't pull on the card while it's printing. If they do, it can kind of mess with the barcodes on top, and the DS200 wouldn't accept the ballot. So just remind the voter to let the ballot card print. Once it's done printing, they can remove it from the ExpressVote. On the ExpressVote ballot card, there are a few things that the voter should review. The top has the election information. There are some barcodes that the DS200 tabulator looks at when the ExpressVote ballot card is tabulated in the DS200. And then there are all the contests and the selections that the voter made during their voting session. So they have the opportunity not only to review their selections on screen, but review their selections on the ExpressVote ballot card. If they see something on this ExpressVote ballot card that they don't like or they change their mind, they can take this back to the judges table, spoil this ballot, and be issued another ExpressVote ballot card and start their voting session again. If the voter is happy with everything on their ballot card, they take this over to the DS200, deposit it in the DS200, and it gets tabulated like every other ballot on Election Day. After the polls close and the election board is cleaning up for Election Day, they're simply going to open the access compartment on the left-hand side and turn the ExpressVote off. Gently lay the ExpressVote on its face. All of the power cords are removed. The tactical keypad is again Velcroed to the side of the ExpressVote. And this is packed up in the carrying case that it came in. And that's the ExpressVote. Thanks for watching.